So to create a project, first we open the command prompt. In that, I'll go to the C drive in this case. So in this, I need to create a project in this case. So project, the command for that is Django minus admin start project followed by any project name whichever you want in this case. So what we will do is we will give a project name as MCM College. You can keep it in capital letters or small letters, that is your choice. I'm just keeping it in capital letters. Click on enter. MCM College already exists, so the project name already exists. So let's see, and we can delete it in this college already there. Okay, let me delete that and create it once again. So now Django minus admin start project MCM College, and after this now you have to go inside that particular folder. So for that CD followed by MCM College. Okay, click on enter. Now I am inside that particular folder. In that I need to create one application. So for creating the application, I'll keep the name as a student in this case. So to create an application, we use a command that is Python manage.py start app followed by student and click on enter. So now it is showing me a command prompt, that means student application is also created in this. Once this is done, you can go to the folder in the C drive. I can see a MCM college folder. In that MCM project name and student is the name of the application. The next step what we have to do is go to the project folder. There you will find settings.py. Open the settings.py. Scroll down for installed apps. In the installed apps, in the last line, you have to add the name of the application. So application name is student in capital letters, means it should be in capital letters. Separated by comma, save and close. This is the first thing. Second thing is, in the same folder, you have a one more file called as URLs. Open that particular file. You can delete these things. And in this line from Django.urls import path, put a comma and put include. Okay. And inside this URL patterns, you have to create a one more path with first empty brackets. You can make use of single quotations open close or double quotation open close. Both are same in Python. Both represent the string in this case. After that, include open close the name of the application. Name of the application is student dot urls. Okay. Save this. Close this. After this, copy the same urls.py. Go to your application folder, paste it. Open this particular file, delete the two paths that you have created, that is already there in the system, and close it. Compulsory, you have to delete this. Okay, save this. After this, come to the command prompt, execute Python manage.py, make migrations. Click on enter, it should show no changes detected for the time being. After this, execute the next command, that is migrate, and it will show some list of commands in this case. That means the project is migrated in this. The next step is Python manage.py run server and click on enter. It should show quit the server at control break. If you have done this, then every step that you have performed is correct. After this, open the command browser. Type the URL. That is, one thing is it is already shown here. You can take this only. That is HTTP localhost, HTTP colon double slash 127.0.0.1 colon 8000 slash. You can take this and you can paste it here. Click on enter. You should see this particular screen. Okay. Next. Now this is what we have done in the previous class also in this. Now let us add some more things to this. Like example, I want to create one HTML page. So for that, you have to go to your project folder, create one new folder inside this and give the name as templates. It must be templates, no spelling mistakes, and everything in small letters. Remember, inside this templates, we will be storing all our HTML files. So I'll create one simple HTML file. I'll create a new text document, open this, and here I'll type the HTML. I'll save this file as a HTML program. So save as. I'll call this as welcome.html and just give a message HTML, and here say under the center tag H1, just a simple page, that is welcome to HTML page. I've created one HTML page. Now, how to execute this HTML page? Remember, whenever you create one file inside the templates folder, okay, I've created a HTML file, I've created a template. Two things you have to do. The first thing is, there is one more file inside this called as URLs. Open this URLs. Two lines you have to write here. The first line is from your application name, that is student dot views import star. So what you are telling him is, from the views file which is there inside your student folder, copy everything. That is, bring everything from that particular file and put it in this. So you can see there is a file called as views.py, or you can see only views in your system. Okay, so whatever is there in this, put it inside the urls.py. That is what this particular line says. It is something like when you write in C language, hash include stdio.h. So whatever is there in stdio.h will be brought and put in your program in this. The same way, this line will bring everything that is there in views.py and put it inside the urls.py. This is the first line. Second line is, inside this square brackets, you have to create path, double quotation, open close. You can give any name which you want to have to access that HTML page. Generally what we do is, we give the same name as that of the HTML page without any extension, just welcome. Separated by comma, views dot same name, that is HTML. Separated by comma, change name equal to welcome. Okay, so what I have done is, in the path I have used welcome in the double quotation, then views dot welcome separated by comma, name is equal to welcome. Okay, I'll explain what are all these three in the later part in this case. So we have to, whenever you create a HTML page, you have to create one path inside the urls.py of which folder? Is it in the student or in the MCM college? In the student folder. In the student folder, you have a urls.py or URLs. In that, you have to write this. Okay, that's the second thing. Third thing in this case, open the views.py. Now here, you have to create a user defined function by the same name what you have given here in this case. Here I have given welcome, means the same name should be given even in the views.py. I should create a function. So what I will do for this, def, we know that in Python language, whenever we want to create a function, we use a keyword called as def, followed by the name of the function, open close. Here we have to pass one parameter called as request and print a colon. Okay, in this I need to call the HTML file. How to call the HTML file? Very simple. Return, there is a function called as render. This function is used to call the HTML page. How? Very simple. Request, comma, in the double quotation, the name of the web page, that is welcome.html. Understood this point? So what it does, I have created one new function called as HTML. In that, use a return keyword, render function. For render function, we are passing two parameters. First parameter is the request object. Second parameter is the name of the HTML file that you have created in the templates folder. So what the render function will do is, he will directly go to the templates folder, check if this file exists. If it is there, it will display that particular web page on the screen. Okay. Now, coming back to the URLs. Remember, you have given one welcome in the double quotation and views.welcome here. What does this mean? This means whenever in the URL I type this localhost colon 8000 slash welcome. Okay. Any issue there? Atika? एक दो तीन page when we create, then you will get to know what are all these things. So now I have typed this welcome, whatever you give here, this should be given in the URL part in this. Till now, in the yesterday's class, you have executed only one localhost colon 8000 slash DAT. You saw this. Now, what I am doing is, you can either use this or you can type localhost colon 8000 slash welcome. What happens now is, when I click on this, it will go to the urls.py. You will see, does this match with the welcome that you have given in the URL? If it is matching, he will call the welcome function in the views.py. So it will come to views.py, he will call the function. And this function will call the HTML page, and you can see the HTML page on the screen. And it will throw error because probably we have missed views.welcome. Views is not defined. The urls.py student.views star, we have done this. Welcome, yes, that is also fine. That is, we have made a change here from student import views. Okay. Now, once I click this, click on enter, it will show you the HTML. Now you may ask, sir, why so much of circus to display this welcome page? You can just create a HTML page in wherever location you want and right click on that, open with browser. This will also show me the same page. Is there any difference in these two? No difference. The difference lies in the URL. Here it is localhost colon 8000 slash welcome. Here it is C drive MCM college student templates welcome.html. Now what is the difference? The difference is this page will run only in my system. Okay, whereas this page will run in my system as well as any system that is connected to my system. So that means I can run this particular application in a local area network. If my laptop gets connected to your laptops, in that case, even if you type the same URL, you will be able to access the web page in this without having this software in your system. That is the difference between this particular way of execution and double clicking the HTML file in this. Okay, so that's it. Now today's class again only this much. I want to create a one more page. No, I'll not leave. Class is not over. We will create a one more page. So I need to add a one more page in this case. So to add a one more page, you open the view file in this. Save this particular file. I'll call it as page2.html. So I am storing that particular file in the templates folder. Remember, click on save. You can give whatever the message you want. Say page 2. Same thing here. I'll use a center tag. I will use h1. Close of this. Page 2. Save. Remember, whenever you create a HTML file, two things you have to do. The first thing is go to urls.py, add one more path to access that particular function. So what I have to do? It is path, open bracket, close bracket. To access the page, what name you want to give, that you decide. So I'll call it as page 2. Generally what we do is, whatever the name we have given for the HTML file, we give the same name. Separated by comma, views dot page 2, comma, name is equal to page 2. Okay, that's the second thing. After creating HTML file, we create a path. Third thing in this, Go to views.py, create a one more function, def, same I'll give, page 2, inside this request, colon, inside this return, render, open bracket, close bracket, request, comma, page 2 dot html. Now understand the flow in this case. Now I want to access the page 2. What I do here is I'll open the new window, localhost colon 8000 slash page 2. So when you type this particular command, what browser will do is he will immediately go to the urls.py of your application, and he will compare whatever the pattern, the after slash whatever you have typed, he will compare this value in the urls pattern. It is matching with this. Yes. So if it is matching with page 2 here, this path, what he will do is he will go to views.py, and there he will search for a function called as page 2. So go to views.py, then he will go to the function called as page 2. In this, what you have done, we have told return render request comma page2.html. So what return render function will do is he will go to the templates folder, check whether there is a page2.html or not. If it is there, that page will be displayed on the screen. Understood this point? Clear till here? So Upendra's movie is getting a bit adjustable with you people. Should we create a one more page? Okay, very simple. I create a one more page. Say call it as page3.html. Same HTML syntax. Page 3. Say center tag in that h1 inside this page 3. Next, what I have to do? Go to URLs. Which URLs? Student URL or MCM college URL? Student URL. So I should go to student URL. What you will do here? Most important, separated by comma, and create a one more path in this. Don't even type every time. Use shortcuts. Copy paste is the best thing in this case. It will save your time. So what I have to do in this? Page 3. Copy paste. Again, don't type. Next, what I have to do? Go to views.py. In the views.py, what I have to do? Don't waste the time. Copy paste. So what is the name of the page? Page 3. And here also return render request page3.html. Save this. Now you can run a one more browser, and here localhost colon 8000 page 3. Click on enter. You are able to see the page 3. Clear with this point? Any doubts in this? Everyone? Now we'll stop creating these page 1, page 2, page 3. Now we'll make some useful pages in this case. Okay? The useful pages like delete these two. I don't want these. So I will delete all the functions also. Delete all the paths. Of course, this will keep as it is. I don't even want those pages. So all the pages deleted from here also. I'll create one file inside this and save this file as register.html. Okay. So I want a registration page in this case. So register.html. Register. Inside this you can make use of h3. Okay. Let us design the form later in this. Once you have created a HTML page, next thing what I have to do? Go to urls.py, create a path. Inside this path, the first will be register, comma, views.register, comma, name is equal to register. So if you have multiple registration pages like staff registration, student registration, in that case, give the suitable names. Say like staff register everywhere in this. The HTML page name should be staff register. Here it will be double quotation staff register, views.staff register, name equal to staff register. Now I have only one, since it is a student module, I want only student registration page in this, so I have given this. After writing the path, next, what I have to do? Go to views.py. What do you do here? Create one function, def, register, open, close. Inside this, we have to pass a parameter request, colon, next, return, render, open, close. Again, we have to pass the request parameter in the double quotation. We have register.html. Okay, save this. Now you can execute in the web browser and I'm able to see the register page. Now inside this, I need to create a registration form in this case. So to create a registration form, we will make use of the HTML tags in this case. So this is a place where you need that knowledge of the HTML elements. So in the HTML, any tags you want to create or any form that you want to design must be inside the form tag in this case. Inside form tag, there are attributes like name. I'll call it as register. There is a one more important attribute called method, which should always be set to post. One more method, that is autocomplete, always set to off. Okay. Now, since we have not done with the HTML, you may find difficult in this. That's why I told we'll finish off HTML and we'll come to this. If you remember HTML tags, then it is good. Otherwise, what these attributes do. Say autocomplete is whenever you run a particular form. If you type A, it will show all the names that you have entered in that particular window. That should not be displayed on the screen. So for that, what we do is we set autocomplete to off. So it will not give you any hint. Say example, google.com. If I type A, it will show me all the letters starting with A. That is the recent what most of the users have searched or whatever I have searched in the website in this case. This is, we don't want such things to be displayed in my web page. So for that, what we do is we give autocomplete equal to off. It will not show you those hints. Okay, and we never want such hints to be displayed to the user in this case. Now inside this, I need to take a name from the user. I need to take the name, email ID, mobile number, password. These are the four common fields that I want to take in this. So you have to create a form for that particular purpose. To take a name from the user, I will say input tag. I'll make use of input tag with type is equal to text. Then we have a name property to take the student name. So I'll call it as student name. Close of this. Save and refresh the web page. So you got a box where I can enter the name of the student. But how will I get to know that I have to enter the name itself? For that, we make use of one more attribute here called as placeholder. In the placeholder, I'll give a message saying enter student name. Save and refresh. It shows enter student name. Okay. Next, I need to take his mobile number. So in the next line means I will make use of the break tag. Then I will say input type is equal to, there is a one more tag called number, which is used to accept numbers from the user. And name I will give mobile number. Again, I have to give a placeholder also in this case, saying enter mobile number. Save, refresh. So I got enter mobile number option in this. Next, I need to take email ID. So I'll make use of break tag. Then I will make use of input type equal to email name. I'll give email ID. Again placeholder. Enter email ID. Save, refresh. You got a one more tag in this case. Next, I need to take the password. So for password, again break. Then we have input type is equal to password, name is equal to same. You can take password, again placeholder, and inside this enter password. Okay, save, refresh. I got the password in this case. Now to submit the data, you have to make use of a one more tag, that is input type is equal to submit, name, say btn submit, and here we have to give a value property, call it as register. Okay, if you are using input type submit, value property must be used in this case. So this value property will show the text that is displayed in the box. If you don't give the value property, then it will show you an empty box. It will show empty means it will show a some default value in this case. That is whatever is given in the type in this case. So if you want a register option to be displayed, I'll give value is equal to registered. That should come in the next line. So break tag, save. So I got the form. One of the most worst designed web page by me till today. Okay. So why is that? Because the design is not proper in this. There is no space between the tags in this case. So we have to put it in a proper format. So there are two different methods. One method is using the bootstrap concept, which is one of the recent technology in this case. How I have to do this? Should we do that today, or this much is enough for today? Because I don't want to mix two concepts today in the same time. We'll stop at this point. We have just created a form design. We'll stop at this case. Okay. Once you do it, then we will concentrate on the next part.